Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Renision Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live on the Workers' Rights Network. Today is the 7th of the 6th month, 2026. And today, Trinidad and Tobago, what was not afforded to us last night, tonight is not so. Because just yesterday, we could not have carried on this live here on YouTube, but we would have carried it on TikTok. And to those that are outside here that is looking underneath such short notice, I would like to say at this point in time, thanks for joining. Thanks for being a part of this discussion here tonight. And tonight I am going to put all dogs to rest. For days, I have taken a backseat off of social media. For months, I would have taken a backseat off of social media. I, Renision Jeffrey, have been watching what is taking place in our little Trinidad and Tobago. After April 28th, we would have witnessed SOEs after SOEs. Failures after failures, and the government of the day is not bringing any alleviation to us here in Trinidad and Tobago. We are stuck with an incompetent government, and as if they are beating us into submission. And I am here, Trinidad and Tobago, to say enough is enough. But to those that haven't joined us or didn't join us on TikTok, or you take down the handle Workers' Rights 868 on TikTok, the man that was there before that would have stayed there and explained himself, Renision Jeffrey, I would have explained last night in our editorial that we had was to get rid of the man. Renision, or that version of Renision. Because to move forward in this Trinidad and Tobago, for us to have a future within this country, we must resist the urge to back down. So I am here tonight to go very deep into the story that was missed out last night. So to all those that are joining us here live on YouTube, on TikTok, all our fans, bear with me a little bit because just now we will open the phone lines and we will give you, the citizens of this country, a voice, some that you haven't gotten from mainstream media. But again, as I would have said, we have to put a stop. We have to commit, not be, but I am going to commit murder here today. First clip. Many of you play like if I didn't understand, but coming with it here. First clip. Firstly, I want to say to the general community, to the people that actually cared, thanks for reaching out. Thanks Sabine, that nagging voice, Jeffrey, what going on, what taking place. I mean, that would have meant a lot. Some of you are asking, where am I? Trinidad and Tobago, I'm right here. I have been in the backseat watching what is taking place. But over the years, I have been doing what I have been doing. There was a lot of people that I had was to sacrifice within the balance. And there was a lot of friendships that was lost in the balance. And there was a lot of lives. There was a lot of funeral that I could not have attended to. Weddings, gatherings. In what I have been doing here, I lost myself. I lost my connection with certain people. And it's connections that can never be rebuilt. You see, there's a tough lesson in all of this, isn't it? In life, you lose stuff. And that lesson could only be learned when you start to lose it. In this whole melee, I lose a sister. The cancer. And that was very much hurting. I lose a father. I mean, we could argue the point that he wasn't there, but he was present. And in saying down, I mean, my mind now started to metabolize the grief. I have a son that I'm fighting tooth and nail for within the court. Now, he's 9 years, and I would have seen him up to 2 years and something. Now, if I see him at the side of the road, I don't know how he look. And with all of these things weighing upon my chest, I mean, I had also to do some self-reflection and ask myself if coming here makes sense. I have lost a lot. Jobs, friends, and good people. So what I am doing, the sacrifice is great. There are times that I did hard and I wonder, hey, why am I still here? All I had to do is just hush your mouth. Say nothing. Don't say anything about what is taking place. Take the initiative. Be an opportunist. But somewhere along the line, that didn't resonate well with me. And I didn't take those decisions because I believe to myself that I are ideals. So Trinidad and Tobago, I cannot tell what the future might hold. I don't know what God have in store for me. But this journey here, I believe as if I am transitioning into something else. Candice, however, continues with the program. But I don't know about myself if this is something that may continue. But I'm hoping and praying that, the rest of people on the team step up. To what is taking place. Now, I mean, I had a lot on my mind, and I believe you, the people who have been following me, I mean, some of my content is about the change. I decide to go inwards concerning what is taking place here and just slightly shift away from the politics a little bit. Because there are people that is going through certain things, and as I say, this platform wasn't meant to be politics alone. But what is going on now, I mean, can affect everything. Our livelihood and our future in Trinidad and Tobago. So we take this aggressive attempt, but at the same time, I believe as though I'm shifting away from a journey. I want to reconnect to the man that I was deep down. Trinidad and Tobago, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, a matter of fact. Thanks for being present in the years gone by. Thanks for still remaining present. Thanks for reaching out and saying, boy, good job. That goes a long way. But at the same time, I have to know to myself whether or not that, if it making sense going forward. Just be opportunists like everybody else and probably digress into a different field and see about myself. This, what I'm doing here, is not without sacrifice. I hope you understand that. So if you didn't see me a couple of times, don't vex. Pray. Pray for me. Thanks for watching. Pray, pray, pray. Pray for me. And the language there within that video is not one of betrayal. The language there in the video that was expressed was not one of betrayal at all. It was one of something of a person being overwhelmed, suspending energy, and at the end of the day, nothing in return. But my commitment here was never for anything in the first place. But I is only human. I am only one man that see injustice taking place within this country and didn't wait for someone to tell me to speak out. I would have seen it upon myself because of what I have been witnessing within Trinidad and Tobago to say something. And there are many others outside here that do the same. But despite of what would have been expressed here in Trinidad and Tobago, there were several people within the public domain would have reached out and would have seen the message and say, Jeffrey, what happened? Trinidad and Tobago. That was the expression of a man that have been broken. That is the expression of a man that would have reached where his back is against the wall. That was a cry for help. A cry for people to see what is taking place within this country. And if we don't come together despite what, we are going to fail. So the message have been sent out. And for months, not months, but weeks, I would have seen Candace Edwards would have been piloting this program here on the Workers' Rights platform in between a drop-in. But what would have taken place for the past few weeks was solely based on Candace Edwards. And though we are not trained in this profession, we have been delivering to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, fearlessly. And most of the time is from a place of serious pandemonium. It's from a place of no encouragement. It's from a place of desperation. That we are seeing a government that is exercising on you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And if you buy into the fear, it will destroy us here in this country. So in order to move forward with this program here tonight, we have to put an end to that man, that Renision Jeffrey. We have to put an end to it here. Because at this point in time, I ain't come back to play. I come back still to fight. But I am calling on the many of you that is outside here. Just for saying, I'm not without problems in it. But my conviction remain intact. And I am calling on you, Trinidad. I am calling on you, Tobago. I am calling on the religious leaders. I am calling on the UE students. I am calling on all of you who are living in fear tonight to pledge your allegiance to the future of Trinidad and Tobago and denounce this government once and for all. So let me put an end one time to that man that they call Renision Jeffrey. One time. One time. Firstly, I want to say to the general community, to the people that actually cared, thanks for reaching out. Thanks for being that nagging voice, Jeffrey, what going on, what taking place.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I mean, that would have meant a lot.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Some of you are asking, where am I?
Can you shut the fuck up?
Trinidad and Tobago, I have been in the backseat. What is taking place? Yeah, I'll show him out one time because to be able to survive outside here in this Trinidad and Tobago right now, you see that character that was expressed in that video? It had to be silence going forward. Jeffrey, you might that soft thing that you talk there, we don't need that right now. We need soldiers. We need people. We need strength. We need God. So let's put God forward in every single thing that we are doing. And say to them, to say enough is enough in this country. Let's move forward. Yes. You know, sometimes things doesn't be right. So, one time just now, we go and bring up all the rest of people that is outside. Just now, we go bring them up.
Think of friendship. Think of love. And think of marriage. These things are not based on if. They are based on though. These great experiences are not based on a bargaining relationship, not an if faith, but a though faith. And I'm coming to my conclusion now. And I want to say to you this morning, my friends, that somewhere along the way, you should discover something that's so dear, so precious to you, that is so eternally worthful that you will never give it up. You ought to discover some principle. Yes, sir. You ought to have some great faith that grips you so much you will never give it up. Somehow you go on and say, I know that the God that I worship is able to deliver me. But if not, I'm going on anyhow. I'm going to stand up for it anyway. What does this mean? It means in the final analysis, you do right not to avoid hell. Doing right merely to keep from going to something that traditional theology has called hell, then you are doing right. If you do right merely to go to a condition that theologians have called heaven, you are doing right. You are doing right to avoid pain and to achieve happiness and pleasure, then you are doing right. Ultimately, you must do right because it's right to do right. You got to say, but if not. You must love ultimately because it's lovely to love. You must be just because it's right to be just. You must be honest because it's right to be honest. This is what this text is saying more than anything else. And finally, you must do it because it has gripped you so much that you are willing to die for it if necessary. I say to you this morning that if you have never found something so dear unto you that you will die for it, then you aren't fit to live. You may be 38 years old as I happen to be. And one day some great opportunity stands before you and calls upon you to stand up for some great principle, some great issue, some great cause. And you refuse to do it because you are afraid. You refuse to do it because you want to live longer. You're afraid that you will lose your job, or you're afraid that criticize, or that you will lose your popularity. Are you afraid that somebody will stab you, shoot at you, or bomb your house? And so you refuse to take the stand. Well, you may go on and live until you are 90, but you're just as dead at 38 as you would be at 90. And the cessation of breathing in your life is but the belated announcement of an earlier death of the spirit. You died when you refused to stand up for right. You died when you refused to stand up for truth. You died when you refused to stand up for justice.
How much of us have died because we refuse to stand up for truth? Some of us studying we walk. Some of us studying that tomorrow we never ain't go talk to we. Some of us is studying a party and putting that before Almighty God. Some of us is studying self-preservation more than everything else. But I am here to ask you, Trinidad and Tobago, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? How much of us are seeing Trinidad and Tobago being raped and plundered, murders after murders, and a wicked, evil government lie to us before election and exercising havoc on every citizen here in Trinidad and Tobago, not just the PNM, not just who they don't like, because when policies are passed, it's all of we that facing it. You feel when the police stop you at the side of the road, the accident is a PNM or a UNC? When the double fines is for all of us. When the fire CPEP is that even people within their own community losing their business, losing their livelihood, business closing down, bars closing down, and business failing because this government is failing to see that Kamla, you is the Prime Minister of this country, not just UNC people. So the policies that you're taking is not only going to affect PNM, it's going to affect the people of this country. And when they show your ID card, you see what you see on it, a property of Trinidad and Tobago. We ought to put this woman in a place. We overdoing it here in this country, you know. We overdoing it here in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Because the fanatics that it have outside here that is not prepared to call a spade are actually the ones that are destroying us in this country. And we are standing by and studying what? We studying what the neighbor go say. We studying, I did vote for them people that would have seen us on the campaign trail. And none of us is actually studying our future. There is going to be no more Trinidad and Tobago if we don't put a stop to what is taking place here in this country. And to help me God, I could have swallowed my tongue and nearly bite off my lip by not saying anything. But when I see and I look back and I see what is taking place in this country, how could anybody close them out? How could anybody be at peace? But Trinidad and Tobago, I have a conviction and a calling. And despite external circumstances, despite what I am feeling externally, despite what is going on in my private life, I am committed. And though he slay me, I will not be moved. No, I will not be moved.
It says that somehow, don't ever think you're by yourself. Go on to jail if necessary, but you never go alone. Take a stand for that which is right. Well, may misunderstand you and criticize you, but you never go alone. For somewhere I read that one with God is the majority. And God has a way of transforming a minority into a majority. Walk with him this morning and believe in him and do what is right. He'll be with you even until the consummation of the ages. Yes, I've seen the lightning flash. I've heard the thunder roll. I've felt sin breakers dashing, trying to conquer my soul, but I heard the voice of Jesus saying, still to fight on. He promised never to leave me alone. No, never alone. No, never alone. He promised never to leave me alone. Where are you going this morning, my friends? Tell the world that you're going with truth. You're going with justice. You're going with goodness. And you will have an eternal companionship. And the world will look at you. And they will understand you. For your fiery furnace will be around you. But you go on anyhow. But if not, I will not bow. And God grant that we will never bow before the gods of evil.
That we will never bow before the gods of evil. You hear that heavy duty? Because you're getting a little money. So before I bring on Candace Edwards,
is the refusal to abide by an order of the government or of the state or even of the court that your conscience tells you is unjust. Civil disobedience is based on a commitment to conscience. In other words, one who practices civil disobedience is obedient to what he considers a higher law. And then there comes a time when a moral man can obey a law which his conscience tells him is unjust. And I tell you this morning, my friends, that history has moved on. Great moments have often come forth because there were those individuals in every age and every generation who were willing to say, I will be obedient to a higher law. These men were saying, I must be disobedient to a king in order to be obedient to the king. And those people who so often criticize those of us who come to those moments when we must practice civil disobedience never remember that even right here in America, in order to get free from the oppression and the colonialism of the British Empire, our nation practiced civil disobedience. For what represented civil disobedience more than the Boston Tea Party? And never forget that everything that Hitler did in Germany was legal. It was legal to do everything that Hitler did to the Jews. It was a law in Germany that Hitler issued himself that it was wrong and illegal to aid and comfort a Jew in Hitler's Germany. But I tell you, if I had lived in Hitler's Germany with my attitude, I would have openly broken that law. I would have practiced civil disobedience. So it is important to see that there are times when a man-made law is out of harmony with the moral law of the universe. There are times when human laws are out of harmony with eternal and divine law. And when that happens, you have an obligation to break it. And I'm happy that in breaking it, I have some good company. I have Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I have Jesus and Socrates. And I have all of the early Christians who refused to bow.
There are times in Trinidad, there are times in the world that the truth is not always expressed by the ones that are in power. We would have seen that in Germany. We would have seen that under the Stalin administration. The hell, we would have seen Jim Jones would have taken down scores of people. We would have seen nation subdue nation through lies and deceit, through proxy wars that exist, one backing one serious underneath a certain president. Not all the time people who sits in power talk the truth. Not all the time those that are sitting in power are ruling for the benefit of the nation. There are people outside there still fighting wars with themselves and still fighting a war to see who is the better race, and not understanding is the same blood that flow through our veins, and not understanding what is taking place within this country. Anytime you Trinidad and Tobago could see any other human being and class them as something beneath you, you don't have God in here. You don't have humanity in here. You don't have understanding in here. A matter of fact, I could go on and on. But I had the beautiful Candace Edwards waiting there. And before I give the boss lady, as the calling she in the chat, a general introduction, Candace Edwards have been running the program for weeks. I know it take a lot out of her. I know it takes times that you ain't want to come on. I know it take that. I know what it takes. And I know what it takes for people to misunderstand you.
Forged in the heat of battle. The power, the passion, the danger. Her courage will change the world.
So where is the warrior princess? Warrior princess, I know you're on the chat there. You're in one of the box. You ain't one out of the box. What going on, Warrior Princess? Come up. Let me hear what you say.
Oh God, Mr. Paul and everybody want to know if it's I alone he bringing up Jeffrey. I had the people that them quarreling. They want.
I want you to turn on your camera for me, please, because you have to come up. I have to bring you up here. I want you to turn on your camera.
Well, they know my camera off, so I kind of happy. I was like doing everything at the same time because I told the Lord for so long. I told that Lord for so long, Mr. Jeffrey. Just now. I find my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. All them damn bright lights had me in a mess. Let's make it turn on this camera now. Hold on. All right.
I know some of the times you just get accustomed to not trust me, this thing not always easy. I know.
Not tired. Pleasant good night, everyone. Oh God. First, let me say pleasant good night to everybody in the comment section, everybody on YouTube, and as well, welcome to my team, Megatron, right? Chatter, Trinity, Paul, Mr. What's his name? That's the way this gentleman that's called me Mr. Hayden David. That is my team. All a pleasant good night and welcome. So today, as I was in a taxi heading to work, I heard the driver. The driver turned to me and he said, Warrior, you hear what took place again this morning? I said, no, I was traveling. I didn't hear anything. He said, and now lick down, I think it's either 3 or 4 people. I said, what? He said, a child was involved. So I then I quarreled with him. I said, no, that happened about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He said, no, it's a fresh thing again. My belly boiled. And the only thing I could say, but oh God, we in a SOE. What really going on? Jeffrey, people asking to be added to the panel. Add them for me, please. Now.
Yeah. Let me add them to the panel.
Bring them up now. No. When I come, I just come with my team. Chatter, Megatron, Trinity, Mr. Hayden. I saw this other guy said, JJ said he wants to come up. When you guys come up, mute all your mic, and we will speak in a timely fashion. We will not speak over one another, and we will not disrespect the Prime Minister. We will state our complaint, our contribution, and be mindful and be respectful. We will not incite any protests or any violence towards the government. Please and thank you very much, guys, in advance. So bring up my people, please. Don't do them that at all. And I want to say a pleasant good night to Mr. Bernard Boss, Mr. Smooth, Mags, and Jeffrey. I would like you to put the chat to the side because people say they are not able to read the comments.
Right, I put the chat to the side, man.
No, it's not on my not I see it across the screen.
Hi, good night. All you hearing me tonight? All you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear.
That is good. That is good.
Yeah, kinda the baby. Let the baby stay quiet. Put the baby to sleep. We'll hear the baby more than you. Yes, darling. And kiss the baby for me. Yeah, I find, when I heard that today, my heart.
I am going to talk you off by you this weekend. I am tired.
Okay. My heart felt sad. You know why? I say, oh God, what happening? What next? And as I reach on work, making my way to the department, I hear falling and crying and somebody begging, oh God have mercy. Mr. Hayden, when you come up to the mic, please. Only when Ole come up, mute all your mic. Jeffrey, bring up Megatron for me, please. Bring up Mr. Chatter for me, please, now. And put the guest
I ain't seen Megatron. I ain't seen Megatron.
Megatron was right there. He was asking to come up. Look, Megatron right here. He said night. Well, he might send back the request again. Bring up Paul. Bring up Mr. Paul for me, please. Them just be messaging me whole day. Bring up Mr. Michael Coot. Michael, bring up Michael. Bring up my team for me, please now. I don't go nowhere without my team.
I'll bring it them up. They're upstairs.
And you know that Javier, you know, I don't know about all, yeah? I don't know about the rest of Trinidad and Tobago, eh? But that, you see all these murders, and watch me, I saw a video with all the blood on the streets, and I asked myself, what really going on? You ain't hearing the commissioner, you ain't hearing Mr. Roger Alexander, you ain't even hear Felix Alexander coming out and saying, oh, there was too much of blood. He's starting to battle people about this paternity test. You understand, about the child mother and whatever, this maintenance. Who really cares about the country? Who really cares about us? What really going on? I don't know, you know, somebody tell me now. Megatron, welcome. Or let me tell him, Michael, what's really going on in this country? What really going on? Sometimes I just feel like I want to trip off. I want to trip off because here we're going on. Oh, let's say, oh, they're going to fix things. Where's Mr. Fix-It Philip? Where's the big bad Alexander? What the commissioner have to say? Do they have any plan in store to get the guns off the streets? Look, I was hearing somebody saying last night they had a robbery on Charlotte Street and not a police in sight. What really going on? What really going on? All I can tell me is what happened. All they leaving black people to kill out one another. I don't understand. Can somebody explain to me what it is really going on? Because I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know. And listen to me, it's children dying, you know. Children being murdered in the mix, you know. That is what Trinidad and Tobago reached to. That is what we reach. This is the place we reach to.
I just want to say good night to everybody.
Pleasant good night. Jeffrey, bring up Paul for me, please, and bring up Chatter, please.
Everything this government say they will do, they're doing it in reverse. It's the opposite of what they say they will do. This government cannot take the whole of crime. And you have a prime minister in this country still saying crime is down. The commissioner saying crime is down. Where? How? When? Could you tell me? Crime is down by how much percent? When children, mothers, and fathers lost in their life daily? Children? That is what it reaches in this country? They tell the population that the PNM cannot solve crime. They have the remedy to better this country. And what they do for this year plus they're in government. Anybody could tell me what the UNC has done for this country? More than to leave people hungry? Yeah? It's a shame on this UNC government. It's a shame. Ministers in this government, they're coming to tell you about small pin and big pin and who are medium-sized pin and all them sort of things, and they're not doing the job to run this country or to try to run it better than how it is. Small talk, who want to talk about DNA, who want to talk about the mining that child, who a mining child. And they're starting to run this country to please the people, to please the citizens, the people who they beg to give them a chance to be in government. It's so painful in this country. It's so sad to see children who ain't started to live yet. Children, babies who ain't started to live yet lose their life. Oh, Almighty God, put a hand.
So,
I out for that.
so before we go on, Chatter and Paul, or just message in the chat and I go bring her up. I'm not seeing her here. Just message in the chat and we will bring her up. Candace asking for you.
Not Candace asking, you know that is the law. Well, wherever I go, Trinity, Chatter, Hayden, Megatron, Paul, my whole clip go. And I would, Mr. Jeffrey, the people in the box, I don't know if you could put them to the side because people are saying in the comment section that they're not seeing the comments. Therefore, you could put them to the right-hand corner or the left-hand corner. So I guess probably you may have to narrow me down and right. Mr. Megatron, you want to give your contribution?
Yeah, good night, everybody. Warrior Princess, good night. Good night,
Good night, baby.
everybody on the panel. Good night. So,
Good night, darling.
we're in that state of urgency right now. Let me get on to brass tacks. Gun violence in Trinidad and Tobago spiraling out of control, and it's going on to these young children that not even getting to live life properly yet. I want to send my condolences on behalf of the family and the passing of small man today with the nonsense that happened in Belmont. Still offer my condolences to the 8-year-old and all who passed away, and countless others and others before that who have gone down to the soil because we live in the killing fields of Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of National Security has no proper crime plan, and I think it's time the Minister of National Security should step down, the Commissioner of Police should step down. Because for SOE, this is the worst I have seen. When it had no SOE, it was bad, but it wasn't so bad as how it's bad now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. As I was saying yesterday, and I think I had a conversation with that about today, Port of Spain need to have one standard set of police in the district. They're getting a lot of problems in and around Port of Spain. From Belmont, Gonzales, Piccadilly Street, Low Place, Jackson Hill, St. Paul Street, Nelson Street, all these places, they need to have a plan. We need to come up with a revised plan. They can't have police in the city today and have them doing a roadblock in Mokoya tomorrow and leaving the city unattended and things happening in and around the place. I and all witnessed a robbery on the bottom of Charlotte Street, which was, I think, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday I witnessed a robbery. No police, nobody. They robbed the woman, she go and they go on running, and that was the end of that. Right? I am so fed up at this government right now with the tit-for-tat name calling and the foolishness happening. It's time that they sit down and come together with the opposition and figure out to put country first and people first. And this big mouth one, I don't want to call the name, but you always talking, Mr. Philip Alexander. If you know you're nothing good to say, stay with the people media, please. Alright? Warrior Princess. No, I just can't take it because here what? Every time you're talking about things that not important right now and with nation dying, our youths dying so young before they could even start to live. Parents, I want to urge just the parents again. Parents, please, mothers. If you know your boyfriend, your man, your side man, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, and there's people involved in crime and pulling triggers, please do not have your children around these people and then because they have bullseyes on the back. You all children are paying the price for bad decisions made on behalf of adults, mothers, and fathers. It's time we take back the community right now and bring back the love. I'm calling on community leaders or they put on this thing and have a conversation with these youths. I'm calling on spiritual leaders, the Baptist community. Time for we to bring back the religious togetherness in the community because I don't like what's happening. It is hurting my heart as a parent. It ain't reached to my doorstep, but I have lost 3 brothers to murder, and it is not a nice thing. I'm appealing to the mothers and fathers in these households. Please, stop having your children around people who you know giving trouble. They're passing in the rush. Peter paying for Paul and Paul paying for everybody. I'm fed up saying R.I.P. I'm fed up seeing
God.
young men and women on the side of the road now. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Come on. I want to offer my condolences to Mr. Wendell Eversley on the passing of his brother, because after he lose his niece, one of his brother passed away, which was Mrs. Eversley's father. I offer my condolences to him and all the people in Trinidad and Tobago who feeling the pain under crime and criminality. Gang warfare has escalated so much in the communities and by extension the nation right now. It's disheartening. When we could see people chopping up people live on videos and posting, come on, we losing we way as a people because we lose this fear of God and we heart first and foremost. We need to do better. I want to thank everybody on the panel tonight, especially Mr. Worker Rights and Mrs. Warrior Princess, who gave me the opportunity to voice my opinion, because right now I'm deeply hurt. I'm depressed, and I'm not just I ain't frustrated, I'm depressed, I hurt.
Yeah.
Because the mother of that incident today is fighting for her life.
Boy, let me tell you, you see when I coming in the department and I hearing people bawling and crying, watch now, I just move away, because you see off lately, I was telling somebody, I say I'm a crier. I'm crying for any little thing. If I see a dog get bounce, tears running out my eye. Because I'm feeling so hurt, I feel like if I betray my people, I feel like if I lead my people down a road of destruction, like I just wear that hurt on my chest and on my back like a stamp. And let me tell you, the fact that I am here is because here what's going on. I keep telling myself and I'm praying and I'm talking to God. I say, Father God, it's I who bring the people to this. Help me to lead them out of it. Cover me. Cover Mr. Jeffrey. Cover the team. Because right wrong us is sadness, sorrow, destruction, death, and blood washing the streets. And it is so heart-rending when the little baby, the little innocent ones losing their life in the mix. And we have our prime minister, we have our government saying nothing. They ain't doing nothing. It's as if they're just allowing it to happen. It's as if they're just leaving it and say, kill out one another. That is what we put all your day for. That is what we put all your day for. Here na man, here na man, here na man, here na man. And only don't want people to cry out. People going hungry, they ain't having. And they cannot cry out. What's really going on? What are they doing to us? What are they doing to us? My heart does hurt me in Trinidad and Tobago. I just wear that pain like a brooch on my chest, you know. And yet life goes on. We give them the life that they are living. They eating ham, lamb, and jam. They wearing the best, driving the best, full security, and they leave we out into the cold, in the wilderness, hungry, weary, worn, tired, and battered to fend for ourselves. And this government say they care about we, right? This government say they care about us. Wow. Wow. I don't understand, you know. I just beg God many nights. I say, God, Father, what is this? What is this? Sometimes I just tell God, come now. A mother of a nation, you're supposed to hear the cries of your people. When you're a mother and your children crying, your children hurting, you just feel that pain. And you don't even have to be a mother of the child that crying. Your motherly instinct would automatically kick in. And say, oh God, let me bring relief. You send home people on the breadline and you get them a hamper. Then you promise them that you will reopen the jobs. And when you reopen the jobs, sad to say I ain't racial enough, but it's one type of people getting the job. I come out in the earlys and I tell all I say, mix the thing. You hire 10 East Indian, 10 African. And try all their best to hire back the same people or let's send home, because those are people who had families, who had rent to pay, children to send to school. And look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing to we and all they expect to get another term. People are saying nothing now because they don't have the bravery to come out. But let me tell you something. You see, I'm praying that this is over very quick. But you see, next election, all you better don't even bother to campaign. Trust me. All you better don't even bother to come out there and campaign again and telling all like this because no money. You see the length of sufferation all they put people through. It is enough to scar the minds, the soul, down to the ancestors. The ancestors from way back when up to now is enough to scar their mind and their soul because people going through it, they're under the gun and all they don't even care. All they just don't care. But all they go fix crime. Big SOE, you know. So all they intend to run the country under SOE. What the SOE doing? That is a muzzle that is a muzzle the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago so they won't come out there and protest. Or demonstrate, I should say. All I just tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We rumbling on the ground. You think that ain't bothering them? It bothering them, you know, but they're taking a chance because they know we are happy-go-lucky people. The minute Trinidad and Tobago decide to rise up in a peaceful protest, you will see how UNC go move. You will see how ministers go jump up and start to do this and do this and do this and promise that. Because you know why? Unity is strength and strength is power. But right now, we are divided by East Indian and African and who have more than who. And at the end of the day, as the time go by, all they ain't feeling it yet. Is when all they start to feel it, then the earth go rumble some more. But all they ain't feeling it now. We just take with time. And as the song said, the city go burn down with jamming still all right. I want to see how long will they go jam on an empty stomach. Somebody else go ahead and talk.
Yeah, good night, Candace. Good night, Workers' Right. Good night to the panel. Good night to everybody who listening. I just want to say something, right? Candace, how much more of our children have to die in this Trinidad and Tobago before we open our eyes and wake up and decide to do something about it? Every day in Trinidad and Tobago right now is a funeral, every day is a murder, every day is a death. And we still going about with business like if nothing happened. The government showing us plainly they don't care about us because why? The crime is not affecting them. Them have their police, they have private security to escort their family and themselves around. You understand? The crime is not touching the 1% because they are protected. It's we on the ground who is feeling it. And these citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are still going by and acting like, you know, everything is all well and good. Look at the Borrowing celebration. People was jumping up and celebrating while people are dying every day in this country. How much more we have to endure before we wake up and say enough is enough and decide to take action and hold this government accountable for the things what they're doing to us. The unjust, since this UNC government come in power, the unjust. Starting with URP, CPEP, forestry workers. You understand? They ain't getting nurses and them their back pay. They muzzle the people and them. You cannot speak about anything or else you're being fired or go on suspension. They just want us to roll over and die. How much children dying, Candace? Now they're killing children. The children is the future of Trinidad and Tobago. And with all the children, with all the future in Trinidad and Tobago, what will become of Trinidad and Tobago? And it looked like Kamala Basadi says that, and she wicked, evil government do not care. It's time for Trinidad and Tobago to show some patriotism and let me get up and show this government enough is enough. It's time. How much more Trinidad we willing to take before we say enough is enough? All you're waiting till it end up in all your front door? Till it come knocking on all your front door? Is that what you want? Is that what Trinidad and Tobago want? And it's not one race feeling it, it's everybody feeling it across the board. Everybody. Oh God, come on now, man. Enough is enough.
Mr. Hayden, you would like to give a contribution?
Yes,
Hayden?
I would. Yeah, are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing loud and clear.
All right. I would like to say a few words. This is something that was said by Martin Luther King. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. The time is always right to do the right thing. I had a dream that my little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Faith is the first step, even when you can't see the whole staircase. Unquote. I don't know how we think or how we see things, but there's a God and He sees everything, so leave it in His hands. Thank you.
You know, I want to address something here. And no, I don't already study the destruction, eh? But I feel the need to call out Nisha Rodney. Nisha Rodney, and hear what Nisha Rodney said, right? Oh boy, you here because Penny paying you now. Keep it real, Candice. Nisha Rodney, if I wasn't on social media and I see her face to face, I would have cussed the daylight out of you. You know why I say that? It is plain to see people are on the breadline. It is plain to see our brothers and sisters. I don't know what race you from, but when you cut me, you cut African, you cut East Indian, it's the same blood. Losing their lives. Young ones, babies losing their life. And that's why you can come and tell me about Penny paying me. Lady, I want to tell you, your man paid me. But I will not be disrespectful. I just want to say that to you. When they say that, you know what? What's going on with you? Your heart black. And you don't care about nobody but yourself. Because it is as plain as they were taking place in country and you come up here to talk about Penny paying me. Lady, listen, I just curse and get on bad, you know. Trust me, you know. But tonight is not the night for that. I will not let you distract me. You're troll. Mr. Paul, give your contribution, please.
Panel. Don't let them get to your princess. Don't let them get to you.
No, I just have to put them in the place. Because this is seriousness. So you're trying to tell me because you want to hold on to the hem of the garment at the UNC and people suffering, children dying, and you come here to talk a pack of a pack of shit for me? Come no, man. Not a dog will get bounced on my side, not the road, you know. It's human beings, it's people's life. She don't know she blasted the place. Go ahead.
Princess, today I go and, check our police panel, just check and think that. When he doing the look and thing home, I just go and give my little hand and thing because he's a good one. He's a very good one. I'm a good man now. Yeah. So he going through phone, so he showing me two dead. I seen the two person lie down on the ground bleeding. Is when I come home tonight, this evening, them telling me is that I watching on the analyst is a 2-year-old dead in that shooting. Why see earlier on? I said, what the jail is this? A next little child again, boy? I said, what this place coming to, boy? A next little child again? The child even turn a good 2 years yet. The child birthday coming up sometime. A next child will go on again. They was saying, he was going to Bego to do thing on Manning and let it go and all kind of thing. But we don't know what part she make to to become Prime Minister. We don't know what part she take. Next thing she
Let me tell you something, Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul, let me tell you something. For the little time I on this earth, it is how what people will do for money and power. People will sell their soul for money and power. And that is why, you see, today, I know I get set up by this government. I was lied to. I'm not going to hide that. But I'm not going to stay there and wallow in the shit. God gave me a voice. If God bring me to it, he will bring me through it. But you see these religious leaders, you know, long time the religious leaders, the head of the church, will go forth and stand in the gap for the people, for the poor people, and speak to the government. You ain't seen no minister, you ain't seen Baptists doing that. And you see all your Baptists, God have a piece of punishment for some in all your Baptist leaders. And I'm talking about from the head comes straight down. The ones who said they could see, the one who is the pointers, the one who is the messengers. You see all here? I realize it becomes a business for all you know. All them other churches, all they're not standing in the gap for the people.
Yeah.
You understand? Because all they get in the little collection baskets. All they get in the little collection when the money come, that is monies that is unaccounted for, so all they can live comfortable. So once all they eat, nobody else is bound to eat. When that's all they feed the congregation. Right about now, people home, they have nothing. When last all they do a food drive. But the type people coming up here to talk a pack of ass this summer. God will punish some of all the ministers. Where the Baptists them? Where the Baptists and them? Where them? All they see in the streets rigged with blood.
Amen.
What happened in the Trinidad here is not normal. It is not natural. It is not natural. Where are you? Where the seers? Where the divers?
Yeah, it's not natural.
Where are you? It is not natural. So they're going to stand by and play... Paul, hold on. Or they're going to stand by and play dumb dog in Jerusalem. And they come out and wrap the earth and settle back the earth. All the mourn, and all the groan. You see, for this, for not standing up, God's kingdom somehow they will never be whole. Wait and all they're going to see. Play dead, play dumb, play dotish, and they stand in the gap for the people. Because all they blasted well know what's taking place. All they know what's taking place and all they ain't doing nothing. Why are they sleeping on all themselves? I don't care what nobody say. You see, the Baptist faith is the most powerful faith I know. And it's like they put all that to sleep. Wake up, get up from all that drowsiness. Get up from all that drowsiness. Walk and talk, find an answer. Cry out to God, help we. And if all they can't help we, it's best all they step down. Go ahead, somebody, anybody.
You could never forget.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Ole, can you hear, man?
Yeah, Trinity.
Ole, hearing, man?
Yeah, Trinity, go ahead.
Yeah. On data for a little bit. There is a spiritual force over TNT, like a dome. And honestly speaking, these incompetent ministers is ridiculous at this point. And they're very biased. Let me tell you why. Last week, an 8-year-old died along with 3 relatives. No police. I mean, like, when I say no police, I mean, like, no Minister of Homeland Security, no commissioner, nothing. This week, a 2-year-old died. Same thing. It looking like only when one of them is down, that is when they just react.
Exactly.
Right? Because it looked like they only care about themselves. And I call him name with my whole chest because I'm fed up now. It looking like Mr. Roger Alexander. You only care about you and your people because you come from that place, the police academy place, the TTPS. When I say nothing ill about Mr. Wendell niece, but when she got murdered, right? You take yourself from Tunapuna, wherever you live in, to San Fernando, 6 o'clock in the morning, and you came to San Fernando to check it out. Wherever the commissioner living, I don't know, he bring himself to. You understand? But children are being murdered in these streets, and all they not even coming. Madam Kamala, you ain't coming up on addressing nation at all a whole year. The only time I see you addressing nation is when only get them 6 fire truck. When you're swaying and something else. When it comes to serious things going on in the country, like children being murdered and these things, you are not saying nothing. You are not addressing the nation and saying nothing. The only time you address the nation is for your anniversary when you're talking about brighter days ahead. How brighter days ahead and children are being murdered? Make that make sense. When the police officer was murdered, you come and you say for the papers, it's an internal business, go about your business. It has nothing to do with the external. That's very same night, the 8-year-old baby girl died. Follow me in all you. All you see what happening? There is a blood sacrifice going on. We are being sacrificed, or children are being sacrificed for the sake of the UNC to prosper. I don't know what they're doing.
Correct is right, Trinity. Correct is right.
White people was dying. They were partying. You understand? We have to stand up. This is what I feel we should do. Since we cannot protest, since we cannot voice our opinions because we can get a video and stuff, let me just stay home. If the whole nation just stay home, do not go to work, do not do nothing, just stay home. Just sit down and stay home and watch your TV. Watch your nation crash for a day or two. Just watch your nation crash. I bet you they're going to start working. Because without us, the nation will never flow, you know. Without us, oil cannot flow. No, patients cannot be taken care of. Right? What we need to do is sit down home and don't go to work. Taxi drivers just don't drive. Let the nation become like how COVID was. Quiet. Streets empty. Just stay home. Don't do nothing. Because this is getting out of hand. This is getting ridiculous. Children are dying, and this lady who says she's the mother of the nation and no child won't go hungry, she's not doing nothing. She's not doing nothing. She's just sitting down there and watching Trinidad and Tobago go up in flames. If she not doing nothing and her incompetent ministers not doing nothing, get rid of them. Get rid of Roger Alexander, because you see he with the common entrance results, he don't make it no sense. Philip Alexander needs to go. There's some of them that they're not working. They're not doing anything. Parents not supposed to bury children. That is not how it's supposed to be. Children supposed to bury the parents. Why a mother had to be burying a 2-year-old? Why she had to be crying over a 2-year-old? Why mother had to be burying an 8-year-old? Why that happening? That is wrong. So now you're telling me we children can't go outside in the streets and walk about in the streets? We have to be careful now. This is ridiculous. And the minister of Homeland Security, he has no crime plan because he don't know nothing. He has no education. He don't have no crime plan. He just came there for the money.
Yes,
The reason why when
yes, politician toenail.
When they go in parliament, and every time they ask him a question, he blame the PNM. It's because he don't have an answer. It's because he don't have a crime plan. It's because he don't have a solution to what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. You notice every time they ask them a question, they blame the opposition because they came into power with no plan. They used the campaign, they win the campaign on lies and deceit. Lies, deceit, and deception. They lie to the nation to get votes, and then they leave we high and dry. And every time they voice their concerns, the tight UNC supporters saying, so what the opposition was doing for the last 10 years? The opposition is not in power. They're not in power. Something had to give. Something had to give. If we can't protest, if we cannot protest and voice we concern, stay home. That's the best we can do. Just stay home and you're going to see how things go turn around. And that is my contribution.
All right. So, Mr. Michael, you could give another contribution. Michael? Going once, going twice, 3 times. All right, Mr. Megatron. Your mic is muted. Unmute your mic. Megatron, your mic is muted. Unmute your mic. Right. All right, so Mr. Hader, give another contribution now. Or anybody in the comment section that willing to come, that wants to come up and give a contribution, you are free to,
Yeah, good night. My phone was getting some trouble, but go ahead, Mr. Eden, after you.
You see, our problem in Trinidad and Tobago is we have this race and hate. You do, I do, and I for an I. We have to get away from that. Right? We have to start seeing about each other. Looking out for looking out.
Mr. The noise in the background, you need to move away from it or go way down because it's distracting. We hardly hear what you're saying.
All right, you hear me now? You hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you. We are all hearing you.
Yeah, we need to move away from the hate and the you do and I for an eye are tooth for tooth thing. We need to see about one another, to be there for each other. That is what we call one love, one country, one unity. Stand together. We don't need PNMC, UNC them. We don't have time for that. As for the crime in this country, we need to step up. The government, ministers need to get their act together. Stop playing games. You have enough time. You don't have time for this play games. Those days gone. Right? As people, we come together, make decisions together. We fight the crime together. We take care of our people together. That's how it's supposed to be. Thank you.
Yeah, but that is not how it is being done right now. I believe that this government do not have a crime plan. This government, this country, I want to believe run on air pilot because the way how these ministers behaving is as if they do not know what they are doing. They know for a fact the ship is sinking, and they just grasping at straw. And I want to believe this government is more afraid of us than we are afraid of them. Because they know sooner or later the people will not be able to contain themselves. I see a man crying on social media today, a big man cry. This government that I regrettably put in power bring the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to their knees, you know. What more they want again? What more all they want from the people? And every time people come up here to complain and talk, all they blame the PNM. We give all a chance. To hell with the PNM now. We give all a chance. Do better than the PNM if all they could do better. Do better. Instead of standing up in Parliament and going tit for tat with the PNM, action speak louder than words. All they say, all they love us. Love for me is an action word. You show love. You do things, you put things in the right perspective for we, the citizens, the poorer class. Because right about now, it ain't no middle class again, you know. It's either you're filthy rich or your ass dirt poor. Put things in place to help the youth. The youth's killing out one another. It trickle down to the little babes now. The commissioner, he's the big top cop, sorry, I said top cock, but the top cop. Why he ain't do, they're starting to attack, what's his name? Gary Griffith. Show Gary Griffith you could do better than him. Show Penelope, show all the other PNM ministers you could do better than them, and all they had the playing field. Well, according to Queen Steve, we give all the country to run. Well, run it now, dog. Run it now. Or they just going wrong in circle and keep putting the cart in front of the horse. The cart right about now in front of the horse. What are they doing for the people? And all they're vexing. All they want to shut up the mouth of the citizen. So what to do? Lay down and dead then. Lay down and die. Roll over and die. But again, I'm blaming the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You see that crowd out, I see out there in Borough? You see that crowd I see out there for Juve? According to the old people, well, they're feeling it now. But Bamba, you go see them. That's what the old people used to say. Bamba, you go see them. Take time. Or they don't take nothing serious. You understand?
You have an next code. You have a next code for the 16th of this month. You'll see them coming out. They have a concert coming up the 16th of this month. This R&B singer from foreign coming down and two others. You'll see how they get money to go, and you'll see how much people out there for that day.
Yeah, because you know what they will say? We carry the money so that we go and enjoy ourselves. And that time you have a child home struggling to get a proper education. Yeah, Trinidadians, we don't take nothing serious. Struggling to get a proper education, and without an education, you know what will happen? That child turning into a prostitute, a junkie, or end up in jail or down 6 feet under. But now, we in Trinidad, and I should say the African race, because the East Indian just stand with their family, they just push their family, they just build their family. When they meet a door open, they just leave it open for the kind to pass through. But when an African man meet a door open, he passes through and he locks it tight behind him. You can't vex with the East Indian when they prosper, you know. You can't vex with the East Indian when they raise it up, you know. You can't vex with them. So African people, we don't know we place, we are lost. But if all the African people know how strong, listen to me, Trinidad and Tobago. You notice when the UNC want to say something to us, or they want to do something, look at the race that is put to speak to us. Come on now, man. Look, I feel into curse, you know. Look at
Yeah,
you
but
that
what?
put the talk to us.
But Princess, let me tell you why. I used to work, but I work in security. I used to work at a security firm. And we used to work the pro man in, oh God, in Kuvare. And let me tell you, if it's not 95 and 100, it's only family working in our plan. The father bringing in the daughter, the father bringing in the 4 sons to work under of the East Indian race.
Oh,
When you're booking in the names in Proman, it's more East Indian than Africans. They night shift and morning
and
shift.
Trinity,
Bringing in
hear
the
me. Eh?
family.
Trinity, stick up in there. Chatter, hold on. I see a mic on mute, and after I finish speaking, I'll give you a chance, baby. It's not to say we against East Indians, because I am not about race, right? I just say it across the board plain. I had 2 children for East Indian person, right? And as the old time reggae say, 2 nigga can't make coolie picnic. So my children and them, they like Venice with good hair. I am not racial. But if you notice how the East Indians just push their people, Africans, we don't stand together, and we are the most powerful race it have on the face of the earth. But like African people lost like we curse. And the reason why I, Mr. Jeffrey, and everybody on the team, Mr. Michael, Miss Trinity, Mr. Hayden, Chatter, Paul, Megatron, is because we still have hope for we black brothers. All you're seeing, black people, all you're killing out one another. When you hear a murder, is a black man, another black brother bite the dust, or another black sister bite the dust. When will black people wake up from their slumber? That is my question tonight. When will we join to come together in unity and stop killing one another, stop warring one another? Oh God, what are they warring one another for? Tell me. Because when you war your black brother or you war your black sister, you ain't getting richer. What it is you're really getting? You ain't getting nothing.
The old black brother doesn't want to envy you. Sometimes you're trying to help him, he watching and saying, oh, you're doing better than he, and want to destroy you because you prospering more than he. Sometimes he helping you too, you know.
The only thing you're going to inherit when you kill one another is either you meet your maker, end up 6 feet under, or you go behind bars. What are they doing to all yourself? I would like to know. Now, you can't vex with the East Indian when they prosper, because right about now, East Indians and Africans suffering together. But you know, behind the scenes, you know, they're helping the people in spite of what? They're helping their own kind. But who is going to help us? We have to bind together to help one another, and we ain't doing that. We're killing out one another.
We can't.
Why black people hate one another so? That is my question. Why all they hate one another so?
We can't forget about.
Pride. You see pride.
Trinity, hold on. Trinity, love, hold on. Trinity, hold on. Megatron, Lovey, hold on a bit. I promise Chatter, after I finish speaking, he will come up and then I will allow you to come up. Right, honey? Don't vex with me. I love you. Chatter, give your contribution.
I'll speak after Megatron.
All right, then. Megatron, he give up this slot for you. See why I love all here? We have peace and unity here. Megatron, darling, go ahead. Megatron?
Yeah, we can't forget about, you see, we studying about what happened now. We memory so short too. So we just remember from day to day. We can't forget about people like Sean Luke, Daniel Guerra, Hope Aristide, Ticia Henry. We can never forget about the young ones and them over the years that passed through the hands of the beast and them in human form. I keep saying it and I'm going to say it again. Parents, especially mothers, if you know your boyfriend, side man, cousin, uncle, nenen, the neighbor next door is men stand up behind the triggers, do not send your kids around these people in no cars or sit down in cars and ride with them. Because nobody cares about nobody. Right now is an eye for two and a teeth for your whole mouth. Nobody cares about nobody right now. And that what happening there is more reprisals to come. You had to brace for more reprisals to come because this is not going and stop. This now, it get from bad to more worse. All I asking the Ministry of National Security do is come up with a plan. If you do have a plan, ask for expertise from overseas. Ask for expertise from overseas to help all you solve the problems because it have simple police officers who can't read and write and spell. They want to know how they get our work. They issuing tickets, they don't know how to spell a name. The simple things and them to do policing properly. And I'm going to say this again. Port of Spain needs one general standard set of officers to police Port of Spain and the district. It's not to move and go and share tickets in Maloney and keep roadblocking and remand and do this exercise. No. No, for a capital city, it's lawless, in and around. If you want things to happen properly, come up with ideas. Ministry of National Security amongst the another two ministries that be one of the top contributors to get the most amount of money in allocation with budgetary matters, with finances. You telling me all they can come up with a plan? If all they can donate 51 vehicles, or they can more than come up with a plan. Come up with a gang intelligence task force unit, or have something on the side to deal with matters we happening in and around town. Sometimes when they come out in the morning, you do him CFC a patrol. You understand? And people are being robbed and killed in Port of Spain and the environs daily. Not monthly, not yearly, daily. A travel advisory has been issued on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago because of the amount of level of crime that's happening here and we under state of emergency. So come on. I fed up at the talking with the governments. I fed up at Philip Alexander and this one and that one talking. Or let's step aside. Or they making no sense. Or let's just a bunch of empty vessels making a set of noise. Mommy Camilla, wake up.
Mr. Megatron, just hold on. Everybody on the panel, we take over Mr. Jeffrey live. Oh my God. Mr. Jeffrey. Only we bully the man and take over his life, you know.
I said Jeffrey give you the floor, you know, tonight, you know.
I forget about him, you know. I forget about him. I forgot about him. Wait.
Mr. Walker's right. Are you there, sir?
So, Princess.
Talk about this Baptist.
Yeah. Call minutes on him.
Trinity, Mr. Paul, hold on. Just now, let me hear what Trinity is saying.
This Baptist
hold on, darling.
This Baptist lady they call Barbara Burke or whatever she name is. You sell your soul for 30 pieces of silver like Judas too. Please don't walk that. Anyway, Kamala come and offer you a Baptist school that she not going and build. Because we all know she not going and build last school, eh? We know this. You already have a Baptist school in Maloney. What you want another Baptist school for? I remember that is the same Baptist school that little girl was going. That is the same Baptist school that little girl was going, right? We got the little girl who stepfather murdered him pushing a barrel. You remember that? Some years ago. Right, she was going to that same school. I remember I was working at security firm up on that side. Yeah. And I walk outside to go and get some water and I see a blue cock. I don't know what is the meaning of a blue cock. All I know I run back in the booth and lock the door. Right? I don't know who could tell me the meaning of it. I would love to know all the message, man. So, Miss Barbara Burke, you're supposed to be a community leader. You're supposed to be helping the injustice in the community, you and your fellow men and women. But yet, when it was spiritual Baptist time, all you take money from Kamala and take bribes. So all they could help you prosper and we fail. And I say that with my whole chest. Because that is what I observe. You understand? These leaders don't care about us either. They only care about themselves. Because all the time when Ole was protesting in San Fernando and they run Ole was vexed. All of a sudden, Ole get money, Ole pat down. And Ole shaking hands with the COP. Shaking hands with him and taking apology. Like it all sweet. I learned only know one time that Miss Kamala Prasad is not going to build no school. She just gave Ole and feed Ole that lie to calm Ole down and to keep Ole quiet. She is not going to build school.
And Trinity, not to cut you across, so you notice, ever so often you will see Baptists preaching on the street, bringing a message. Wrapping the earth, ringing the bell, and throwing the water. That is to stable the land. So for all the evil spirit that is the murdered people who die untimely, all the souls that is roaming the land, because you know the Catholic priests used to come around and do that ever so often by the, in the hospitals and them places, they stop at that. So the Baptists take over. You notice the Baptists are doing that again at all. You see what they do for Baptist Liberation Day? They stop the Baptist, or they understand, I come out here and I give the message, I get the message and I deliver the message to the Baptist communities. I tell all you, if they don't want to walk the streets, open the doors of the churches and wrap the earth, sift the earth, cry out. How much are all they do that? How much are all they do that?
Princess.
Silence them. That was you. Silence them with money and promises.
Princess, the city Baptist back in the days, in the ancestor time, that was Baptist. That was the real Baptist. You see, these Baptists now is not no Baptist. Them is not no Baptist. Them is Christian Baptist. Because them Twitter Baptists, they say they have Pope, had this next one, this other one, in them so-called spiritual Baptist church. So this spiritual Baptist, what they call it now, is a Christian Baptist. And Brooke is not a Baptist from the old school. She's a Christian Baptist. That Baba Brooke. So she will take chain up just like a Judas. So
hello, listen to me. I don't think that lady could remember me, and I would not narrow it down for she to remember me. But Barbara Burke came from the old order of Melchizedek way back when, with the bishops and them. I know she from a child, and she knows better. But I guess time changes, and so do men. When the Lord say, time to go home from works to reward, well, I guess her works will show her rewards. That is all. And you know what I love about God? You know what I love about God? When you're dead, you can't carry nothing with you. Naked you come, naked you go, and you can't tell God, give me 2 minutes, or give me about a week again. I ain't finished do this and I ain't finished do that. He is the judge and the juror. And you see all the cries of the people, it know exactly where it's going to fall. Trust me. If only God was like man, but thank God for he being God. You hear what I'm saying here? But you see the Baptist ministers and them, the ones who know to bring down God, the ones who know to cry out. Because let me tell you something, I know the power of God. I know the power the Baptist faith have, because I want to. And somebody shut them up. Somebody closed the portal. And they unleash hell on we in Trinidad and Tobago here. That is why we're losing our young ones. Yes, or they see how the blood gushing the street. Or they never look. Or they see when that blood hit that street is like air. Like when you're thirsty and you're drinking that blood. Like when you're drinking a cold glass of water. Or they see when that blood hit that street, how it does be. And people want to come up here and talk about arsonist. I mean, who have eyes to see, let them see.
That we have to feed them with. That we have to feed them with. They ask them for, they say, give me blood, and I will give you all the power you want.
So then why aren't we not praying? Why aren't the religious, the religions, the people who believe in God, why aren't we not crying out, calling the members to cry out to God? Because God is the way, the truth, and the light.
Because there's too much in the world, worldly things, princess. Too much in the worldly things. I ain't studying the spiritual thing like before.
Paul, hold on. Chatter, let me hear you. We take over Jeffrey live.
They say money is the root to all evil, right? You see where them religious leaders and them driving, where they living, they get buyout. Just like the unions and them, where Angel Roger, with the PSA leader, with the rest of them, all of them get buyout. You understand? Money. Them don't care what going on in the country. Money, and Kamala buy out half of them. You understand?
Yeah.
Right now, the country under a state of emergency. And we don't have a police present in Port of Spain, in Shoguanas. You don't see police at all. You know what the police and them do? Holding roadblocks. Charging men $10,000 and $12,000 for defective cars. People who is not working. You understand? People who are out of a job. Or they're just depressing people more and more and more. You understand? This government is a wicked, evil government. And since this government come in power, when Rowley did call the SOE, the crime did cool down. The crime did cool down when he did call the SOE. This government call the SOE, there's more crime. Like it's more crime.
Papa, let me tell you something, eh? God work is slow, but it's sure, eh? But plenty people who damble their hand to do whatever, to get whatever, however. When you see the Spirit of God is ready, they go want to close the eye and can't close the eye, you know. God is not like man, you know, and God does listen to the cries of the people, you know. You hear what I'm telling all you? God does listen to the cries of the people, and right now the people saying enough is enough. This is too much.
Candace, how much families going tonight without nothing? How much families cannot feed their children?
You see, the thing is that
how much family don't even know where our next meal coming from? How much families in Trinidad and Tobago crying out? You understand? It's I don't know if it's true, but I hear
how much families crying right now because the family members in the morgue? How much families? How much would the mother of the 2-year-old, I guess she fighting for she life? Yeah. This is ridiculous.
I hear the mother for the 2-year-old passed away.
Passed away?
She critical. They say she critical.
Last year she was fighting for she life.
Yeah, she critical.
No, well, let me tell you something, eh? All right, Megatron. Megatron said he had to go and pick up his wife. Let me tell you something, eh? You know what I said today when I heard the child pass away? And I thank God I didn't reach in the wherever I am working as yet, because I ain't lying. That would have mashed me up. I would not be able to function for the day. I'm being real. I thank God I wasn't there. But you know what I turned and I said, when I heard that child die and I heard that that mother is critical, I said, Father God, when that woman, if she shall recover, how would she face that? Because I would have seen somewhere she could not have given birth. And she tried until she was happened to give birth to her son. And to know now that child has been snatched away from her. How she going to cope with that? You know why I hear a voice tell me in my head? But best she go and meet she child. So, if that is the way how God direct it, well then so be it.
Candace, I'm asking something, right? How could a prime minister of a country see all his hurt and suffering and don't care and don't do nothing to ease the suffering in the country? How could that woman sleep at night knowing she hearing the cries of the nation? People are crying out daily, and you have you in a position and you have the power where you could stretch your hand forward and ease some suffering in the country. But instead of that, you turn a blind eye and see about your friends and your family and whole resort. You understand? And celebrate 1 year in government. How much did they pay? How much did the UNC pay to hold that 1 year, that celebration for that 1 year? How much did they pay? You understand? To set up that big stage and hold DJs and all them things. How much money? And it have people who don't have nothing to eat. People are suffering. People are, and you turn a blind eye towards the cries of the nation. You understand? And you calling yourself the mother of the nation? Use a mother. But let me just say it, right?
No,
No, there's a rumor going around. No, there's a rumor going around.
Yeah,
That
because
she can't Independence Day again this year. So
What?
I want to see if she canceling Independence Parade again this year. But you know she just spelled out she money for the Wally. No. If that is the case,
That's not Trinity, not Diwali.
we cannot stay
This
quiet for
spontaneous
that.
Indian arrival day. So you see how much money they're putting out.
Yeah, but why is they doing that?
Alright, well,
to the
they're coming
country?
up.
Why they, I don't know now, Lord, Father, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know.
Princess,
It's like this.
you know why they're
It's like
doing
this.
that? Remember who was the first party who bring Trinidad into independence?
It's as if these people hate we, you know.
Remember the first party who bring we in independence? So they will do all kind of thing to cancel it.
And all right,
These
if only one
people give, let me tell you something. These people give.
all right, even if only want to cancel all these things, but cancel everything across the board because that is expense. That is monies that we don't have to spend. We don't need to spend that. Let me say cutting back. But you can't cut back on independence, cut back on Baptist liberation. So everything that concerns the African, the black people, you're cutting it off. And then you're doing what? You're funding things that concern the East Indian people. That is where the race is going to come in and all they're trying to divide the people. All they can't do that.
Right.
yeah, but Candace, they say the PNM government was dividing people, right? The CPEP and the URP programs, it was the boat race was employed. You understand? Because I remember as a child growing up, it had the Cutlash gang. And it was only Indians working on that Cutlash gang, right? And they was employed under the PNM government. You understand? When Rowley was in power there, the CPEP and URP and forestry workers and everybody was employed. You understand? This woman come and close down all.
Everything. Oh God, we take over Jeffrey life. Mr. Jeffrey, we're sorry. Come.
That lady gives she life to the devil.
Yeah, Princess Max. Miss Max said they want to hear Jeffrey.
Oh God,
Mr. Jeffrey going on.
Oh, they see Jeffrey okay.
What? Candace,
I've,
that lady make a deal with the devil. Because only the devil go do them.
Trinity, hold on, please.
have
Jeffrey.
have no fear. I mean, at the end of the day, I am here, and you know I go be here until no, you don't have nothing to fear. I mean, I know we have been cutting off the live at certain times. I don't know what's going on with Candace, you know. At this point in time, she glad, but yet still she not expressing that. So, oh, you go ahead now, man. I hear.
Well, no,
Right.
it is now 10:23. So we only have a couple minutes again. We're looking up at 10:30 because I have work in the morning, guys, until tomorrow. So make your contribution, Mr. Paul. Yeah, Paul have 2 minutes. Chatter, you two. Michael knock out as usual. Trinity
Huh.
and Mr. Hayden. Make your contribution.
So Trinity, as Trinity was saying just now, she want to see if she going on how much money she going and pour out for the Wally. I want to see how much money they're going and pour out for Indian arrival this mountain. Because I
Well,
see
you know, Paul, you go see all of them walking in the saris and the when they arrival there, and you go see Barry Parrott walking with the paid child and all of them. So I said what I said.
Yeah, because
All right.
that is where shopping is.
Chatter, let me hear, Mr. Hayden, let me hear your contribution before we close off.
Only one thing I have to say. What goes around comes around. God is not sleeping. He's always aware of what is going on. So let the government come together and get their act together. That's it.
All right. Chatter?
Mr. Candace, right now the country, we have to go down in prayers. Because right now, like you see something walking this face of the earth, and it's too much murders, and right now like the adults is not enough. They're taking the children now. They're taking the children, and we have to go down in prayers, and after from prayers now, we have to show the government and them enough is enough, and come out and hold a peaceful demonstration to show the government enough is enough. That is what we need to do. You understand? We have to give them a rude awakening and show them that how the country is fed up. Because we have to stand up and unify and come together and come out there and show them that, or else the next 4 years is pain and suffering. We'll have a lot of more funerals and things to go to, you know. We'll have a wake every night, and we'll have a lot of funerals to go to. Have a good night, people.
All right, let me see if Michael, you're still there, darling? Mike's? Well, all right, Mr. Michael is not there. So I want to urge Trinidad and Tobago tonight, and I know all they're listening, I know all they're listening in the shadows. To all the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, all you pray and cover all your household. Pray and cover all your children.
Wait, warrior, look, Mr. Michael, turn off your mic. He finally wake up.
No, I hear and I listen to the program. I listen to everything. I ain't drop asleep yet. But you know, it hurts so much. It hurts so much.
Go ahead.
Watch out, man. It hurts so much to see how these citizens are living in this country. Like if they're living in Haiti. And who's the cause of it? Who really is the cause of these citizens living like this? Huh? The people who ask, please put us there. Please give me the support and things will be better. Gold and honey will come in the pipe. What? What next? What next? When you see our people just falling like white chicken on the side of the road. What next? Warrior here listening to the program. I just can't close the eye tonight. Good program.
We are about to close off though because it's 10:27. We have to be mindful of the producer, myself, and other people here have to work in the morning. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Please go on. Thanks to everybody that came up in the box. Trinity, Megatron, Paul, Chatter, Mr. Hayden, Michael, you. That somebody else that wanted to come in the box, but unfortunately they weren't able to. Mr. Renision, Jeffrey, everybody in the comment section, Mags, Climate Change, everybody, Sweet Douglas, Keston Sinet, Rasta Muffin, everybody in the comment section. Trotty, everybody, pleasant good night. Thanks for coming up. Everybody in the comment section on YouTube as well. To the ones that I had to mute for talking a pack of rubbish, trying to distract us, but You can't penetrate. I want to say thanks to everyone, and I love you guys, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow. Please.
Right.
Guys, pleasant good night. I know all they want to go. I know all they don't want to go. Have to go.
Tomorrow,
Fights and run away another day.
tomorrow we go and
You
give
know,
Mr.
young.
Jeffrey a little time to speak.
Yeah, but Jeffrey, and we want to say sorry to Mr. Jeffrey for taking over your thing, boy. Oh God, Jeffrey. Mr. Workers right, boy, we sorry. I know you might
get
want to
that.
bring me up again, but
We get carried
it's
away
love-
tonight.
We get carried away.
tonight. Yeah.
I just want to say have a good night, everybody. Make sure they pray before they go in your bed and brush your teeth. And I want
Trinity,
one message from Mr. Roger Alexander. Oh God, Roger. I see you for years on Beyond the Tape. Running down man for maintenance. Pay your cook tax, please. That is all I ask.
right, Trinity.
Don't let it take stuff, Anna.
Trinity. Trinity, have a wonderful night. I was now going and praise
Well, right
Trinity.
now,
I said,
yeah,
Trinity,
right now, Stuart, you're going here, and the next Alexander, and somebody has fired.
Mr. Jeffrey cut the live now, please. You see this bunch of unruly ISIS I have here. Ole, have a pleasant night.
Tax.
Yeah.
Behave. All behave. Do not encourage. Night. Have a pleasant night.
Well, people of Trinidad and Tobago, that was the team. That was Candice. That was Trinity, Megatron, Paul, everybody. That was the full team there. So, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to lock off here tonight. You know, although I had some things, some serious things to talk about here tonight. But sometimes you have to give way where is needed. Sometimes, you know, people are a little bit excited as well because we don't know what the future holds. Tomorrow, we could end up hearing good news. But at the same time, as long as we ain't reached there yet, we must continue to fight. And I just say one thing in closing. When you see a brother on the front line and he fighting and he reaching out and he sending message, well, you must give that brother a little break some of the time. That's all I have to say. No feelings all about all here. No feelings all about you or how you feel about that situation. Because there are people that is within the boat. Or you know boat that sail on water. And there are people that put in water inside the boat. There are people that trying to sink the boat and will encourage other people to do the same thing. But I pray that we understand what's taking place here in this country. And when we put our hands to the plow, that we don't look back. Because as it was said in the Bible, anytime you put your hands to the plow and you look back, you are no longer fit to run anything. You are no longer fit for the kingdom of heaven. So it's a stiff fight. It's a hard fight. It's a fight that requires grit. It requires everything from us. Sacrifice, blood, sweat and tears. And we cannot please God with all these things and them present, elements present. In where you're halfway, where you hold the whole thing. And when you see a brother weak, strengthen your brother. Don't put weight on his shoulder. So to the team, to everybody, to Brother Michael, to everybody that is on the team, I'm outside, my sword outside. I take it out the sheath. And we will bring this here to a logical conclusion. So everybody that are outside here, that reaching out, some people calling me on my phone, talking about talk raw. Nah, not tonight. I ain't talking raw tonight. But I will talk raw on Saturday night. Saturday night we go talk raw. But this date that Candice talking about, Candice, I don't know date with you again on Sunday. Saturday, I don't know if you're free. You understand? Talk to whoever your people is. Tell them that, you know, we could something could happen Saturday. But you see, Sunday, I want no date with you at all. I good. I want no date. I know if it's Saturday or some kind of thing because I don't want nobody to, at the end of the day, to come for me. Yeah, son, I want nobody come for me. I don't know because you know it does have people that does talk a certain talk, but are they able? I don't want to go in certain places and I come out missing. I don't want people in the hospital to come for me. I don't want men who are in charge of entire departments to come at me. I want when I go to the hospital in Trinidad and Tobago that I am seen about very well. You understand? So with that in closing, a matter of fact, Candace, I'm here on your side. That which means you was already told by whoever that can happen. Candace, tell me if that is the case. Tell me. Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
You like too much of bacchanal, too much of confusion, and I see Mags cheering you on.
No, don't sit.
Hello. I will see you guys on Bacchanal Saturday.
Right.
8 p.m.
Right. So what going on? So what going on?
Wait, hold on. Who going on that date? Anyway, we go pick that up on Saturday. We said the fake Candace out on that date there?
Well, I would have tried to. No. I would have tried something and I didn't really see no response coming further down. I don't know who's serious or who not serious. So that is the angle that I take it. Here.
You know what going on?
But
Mr. Jeffrey want to know if I still want to go on the date with him. I haven't given him an answer yet. I haven't given him an answer at all. So he's trying to ask in a diplomatic kind of way now. Jeffrey, sit down, please.
We have
and
in the chat here. All who want Mr. Jeffrey go out with Miss Candace and was only put up a red heart in the chat. Put up a red heart in the chat. If only want them to go on a date. Hey, what's your date? It's me.
My God, what is it?
Why you let me come off the live and leave them let us talk. Let me come off the live and leave them let us talk. We blocking, man. Let me go you way. Leave Candace and Mr. Jeffrey let us talk.
Chatter, I thought you said you love me. Chatter, I thought you said, Chatter, you see you we done.
I hope after that date, if any petition come after that date, Mr. Renision, mind it. Don't do like a guy named Roger.
Don't do like that. Well, it's not the sort of that the co-host. You understand? That the co-host is not the sort. It's something that I believe that a matter of fact, we go see what going on. Candace, prepare yourself for Saturday. We go see what going on Saturday, right? So with that, Trinidad and Tobago outside.
Have a wonderful night, people.
Well, they like too much of bacchanal. It's always true Trinidadians.
Well, I guess in the near future we hear some G. But they know that Kennedy song. Where is me like that?
How about that? Oh, God.
Well, that was the team. So, Trinidad and Tobago, my name is Renision Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live on the Workers' Rights Network. And tomorrow, we will be addressing more issues here. Thanks for watching.
gods who truly set me upon them, they will not see me fall.
The gods will set you on the proper path. All you have to do is close your eyes and place yourself in their hands.
And if you are wrong, then I will give you a city, a great spectacle of blood, and honor. It speaks to the man. Do you not see in his eyes? This is a man who dreams of blood and glory. If this is my fate, if this is the path the gods are truly set me upon, then they will not see me fall.
The gods will set you on the proper path.